Okay, that's good.
Are we live?
Let me.
Oh, we are.
We have no idea if we're live. Okay, so we're here. Unofficially here, I guess. It's 10:30, so
Yeah.
let's, I guess, get this party started. Destiny, we'll let you.
Okay. Well,
start.
hi everyone. This is going to be our second episode of Franchise Fridays here with Ultrasound Services Unplugged. Today, we're all going to be talking to each other, asking questions. We're with our dream team today. Starting with me, I'm Destiny. How fun. I'm the business manager here. You've probably seen me in a lot of videos if you follow us on Instagram. So,
yes.
And you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Christopher Merkel. I am the co-owner of Ultrasound Services, and I am currently losing my mind.
Hi, I'm Chris Merkel. I'm the video editor of Ultrasound Services, and I'm also currently losing my mind.
Right? We're all in the same boat.
I am Nashling. I am the social media coordinator, and this is my first time being part of the Ultrasound Unplugged podcast, so I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to jump right into our questions. So, my first question is, what has been the most exciting part of getting started for you guys?
Was that directed at me? Or?
Yeah, you can go first. You want to answer?
Yeah.
Whoever wants to.
Currently, the most exciting thing is navigating Facebook Live and the lack thereof. It has been a challenge, to say the least. One of many challenges that I've had as an owner. Christopher, I'll let you.
Well, you took mine. I'm not gonna lie. I was about to say that, but also, I say for me, it would be like just finally working on videos and marketing for the first time for me in my field. I went into going into filmmaking, but now I'm making films for ads. So.
Yeah, that's a cool transition though.
Yeah, I would like to add to that. When we first started doing like franchise work, Christopher came in and I got to work with him, so it was pretty exciting being able to work with somebody else and filming more videos and focusing on, editing those videos with him. So he's taught me a lot. I've taught him and my work to him as well, and just learning new things. Like today, we learned something new.
We did.
So it goes all around with everything, including the franchise.
Yeah.
In the IT world, today's problem would be like pushing the power button.
Yeah.
Like,
Seriously.
just push the power button. So yeah, been very interesting morning, to say the least.
Yeah.
Patience is key.
I mean, for me, the most exciting part, I'd say, I've learned an insane amount.
Okay.
I mean, like, I've been watching you work on your documents and everything, and, like, you talk to me about all the legal... I've learned a lot of legal stuff, actually, in the last few months, so that's cool.
You didn't want to, but...
I actually think... I like it. I think it's cool. Okay, but so do you want to... We should move on to the next question?
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
Okay. So what's one thing you've learned already, other than the Facebook issue?
For me, involving more and more people in processes that I would otherwise typically do myself has been an eye-opening experience. I didn't think that we would have this many people involved in the day-to-day. I expected that we would. I didn't know, what that would look like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think for me, I've learned, so I was a teacher before, and, I thought that coming into this kind of environment, it would be different, but it's really not different. Like, you always think, I've learned to really talk through every single step possible. Like, I've kind of started, now that I'm doing more of the training stuff, trying to use like the strategies that I had before, but like transfer them into like the adult world,
Right.
like and like creating resources that I think are like visual resources or something like that. And so I think I've just learned to really hone in on little details and like repeat and repeat and repeat things over and over again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do y'all have anything you learned?
I guess for me, what I've come to learn recently is, again, I'm going to kind of go back a little bit more from the first one, is just how marketing works.
Yeah.
And how to make more connections and how to
Yeah, I've learned a
streamline
lot
more.
about marketing too.
Yeah.
And because again, I'm coming from my film associates, I'm coming from like just filmmaking for movies and shows,
Yeah.
but now to actually learn how to apply some of the video techniques and stuff for marketing, which is a whole other field.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how like making connections is similar, but when it comes to directing the audience, instead of audience, clients,
Yeah.
or patients.
And you have to have actual like strategies behind like the wording, the font, the like how long the video is, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Just getting to know exactly what we have to post on like a professional setting instead of just random.
And you have to
social
post
media.
at certain times.
Yeah,
like, throughout
exactly.
The day,
Getting
too.
to know your target audience, I was
Yeah.
going to say. So I would agree as well. I can ask the next question, actually, since I know you.
I don't mind.
So what's it been like building this together as a team? And that's pretty much.
I mean, I've enjoyed it, actually. I think we've all gotten to know each other's strengths and weaknesses, which is nice. And I think we all like to complement that with each other and kind of fill in the gaps where we see them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know when we went to get some content from Positive, while we were at Positive, I think we all did really...
Work together.
I think we know how to enjoy what we're doing, but
Right.
still get things done,
Right.
which is nice.
Yeah, I always look forward to the team meetings too,
Yeah.
catching up and letting each other know, what we have to work on. So it's better working as a team than by yourself.
What about for you guys?
For me, from an owner perspective, it's nice to be able to see multiple varieties of people, i.e. staff, not just reception doing one thing, but marketing, video editing, sonography. Having a sonographer actually contribute to what we're doing from a marketing perspective is because it's basically who we are. So integrating all of them into what we do really helps kind of bring our story to light and to kind of focus in on more patient care, the sonographer, what they actually do, how we've actually grown. I mean, bringing all of that together really helps folks out in the communities understand what we do. We don't just do baby ultrasounds, and for the past 12 years I've gotten that a lot. And so when you take marketing pieces that show the true aspects of everything that you do, it kind of shines a light. And so that's probably from a squad building perspective, that's really helped to do that. Like IVF, we've had patients come in here and say, we didn't even know you did IVF ultrasounds.
Yeah.
And so we've begun marketing toward that. And so the videos, the marketing pieces, the promotion of it, the getting out and talking to people about it helps to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
That
And it's
kind
fun,
of goes
too.
into
And it's
like
fun.
the next question, like how our different roles help the business come together.
Yes.
I mean, really it just goes off of what you were saying. Like, I think everyone is a critical piece, like working here to helping us be successful.
Right.
I mean, I think like reception has their duties that they focus on, but they still are able to fill in where they're needed, and like all of us kind of work together too,
Right.
with the techs.
I'd say it's you have to find the right pieces for the puzzle to put everything together, and another way of seeing it is like getting the right stuff for the big picture, so that way everything comes together and it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes, and you said the receptionists, sonographers, marketing team, and then also just in general other staff.
And we try to cross-train where we can so that, we all know what's going on. We all know to fill in when we can. So I think that's important too.
Yeah, and I would say our communication with each other too is really good. You know, we all have
Yeah.
specific roles, but we all make sure to communicate with each other as far as what we've gotten done or what, you know, like Chris was saying, perspectives and, and what we think about a certain thing. So
I'm just
yeah,
thinking about Facebook Live.
yeah, that was.
Y'all, that's hilarious. This is hilarious.
I
The
think we're
Facebook
all, like,
Live.
pretty
Yeah.
frustrated at
It's
some
fine.
point.
That-
It's fine.
Like if we've had like fun behind the scenes stories, that would be one of
That
them.
Oh, this will definitely be it.
Like
yeah.
just to tell a little bit about what happened today. We
So
had
much.
a live set up at 10 a.m. today, and we had the camera set up, we had the table, the mics, everything, and we were like, okay, it should be easy. We should just, you know, make the post, move on to the next question, and press go live. And we could not figure out why it wasn't letting us move on to the next step. We were clearing this, like, Google's cache. We were, like, going to our setting permissions. We were, like, looking up. I was looking
It's
up
the
Reddit
description.
posts and YouTube videos to,
Yeah.
like, why is this not working? And finally, we see that the only reason it wasn't working was because we didn't put a description in our post. We had only put the title.
And it said required. Like
Yeah,
right,
it
description
directly
required.
said description is
Okay, I
required,
will
and
say-
we didn't see it.
I will say, no, they said in the smallest
Smaller
print.
font.
They did.
They
The
did.
lightest font.
Like, it should have been red. Like,
Right?
red all caps or
Yeah.
something.
And
Also-
why did it let us save it when it wasn't? And we didn't fill
That's
that
true.
in.
That,
Also, there's a second box underneath that had the second had a description as well that you had to put.
Right, so if
Yeah.
you
So you think you filled out the description,
Yeah.
but you
Right.
didn't actually fill out the description.
No, typically too, it'll say at the top of the page, "Hey, fill out
Right?
this part," and it didn't say that on
Yeah.
Facebook. So it was like it wanted you to look for it.
I know.
I will
Gosh.
say, I think later on it will make sense, but at the moment it was weird that we had to make a post.
Yeah.
I get it, you have to post saying we're live, I get that, but like, I feel like that should be automatic.
Right?
It shouldn't be something we have to create.
And we had already created an event.
Yeah, we
Right,
created an
too.
event. I feel like the event should have just been automatic. That's just
That's what it should have been. It
Yeah,
should
for
have
me,
just
like-
been ready to
Right.
go.
Right. Do
Like,
a countdown.
The
and,
fact that you have to recreate what you've already created is
Yeah.
kind of
it's redundant.
silly.
right.
We'll reach out to Facebook.
Yeah. Definitely
Oh,
need
I
to
already
let them
submitted it.
know.
Right.
I already submitted a complaint about
Mark
that.
He was quick too. Didn't waste no time.
Mark Zuckerberg, change your
Right.
live status.
Seriously.
So we're sonography people. We're not, IT people,
Oh,
but
man.
we're figuring it out.
Baby steps. Baby
Do you have
steps.
any other stories like that you think are funny behind the scenes? I think like recording interviews is funny. We have a lot of bloopers.
Oh,
that
yeah.
we do not-
Yes.
yeah.
I think the last time that we did the first podcast last week, when my coffee machine went
Oh
off,
yeah. And we all were just kind of staring at
Honestly,
each other.
the
Yes.
coffee machine was like, it threw me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what. I didn't know if I should keep talking or what, but.
Oh,
And I think we've kind of prepared for that this time.
Yeah.
We cleared
Yeah.
everything out. We've already got
We
coffee.
unplugged the machine.
I think those are things like that that just make the day go by at least. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
a little different, a little funner, a little,
Yeah.
little more
Funner.
interesting, for lack of a different word.
That's funny.
It is. I mean, it's nice that we have those little hiccups because then it just shows that we're human and
Yeah,
like,
that's
it's.
nice.
We learn from it.
We not only learn but just laugh of it. And it's gonna be just funny. Just in the future, we get to bring it up as like
I know.
like office
30
jokes.
Like,
Oh,
do you
we're-
remember when we
Oh, yeah.
30 minutes?
We'll look at this in a
Seriously.
year from now. We'll be like, well, we were idiots. You know how many times I pushed that same button?
Seriously. Oh my god.
4 of us.
You rewrote the post. Like,
We were going up like to the main monitor to see if like
Right.
okay, so we
We
click
had two
here.
people on the same.
oh my
I
God.
don't
Very
know.
interesting.
Okay, well, we digress.
Yeah.
What would you guys say is the thing you look forward to the most once we like open up the first new like franchise location?
I would like to kind of start off and say I love making new content for the new locations.
Oh,
It's
really?
always fun to, like going there
Oh, yeah.
and doing like the video of the signs and how to get there. And I've always loved just honestly just going out of the office, not going and working at the same time, just driving my car and just going over.
Yeah.
And also to see it to actually witness the company expand,
Right.
and actually like getting
see it, like all the work that has gone into it, like actually be fruitful.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And just keep learning from it too. Like I said, this whole process has really allowed me to, see what it's like to, open up a franchise. So just seeing it keep growing and keep learning from it, I think would be a really good part of it. So.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like the new owners like learn and get into like a groove, I would say. Because I know when I was teaching, it was so satisfying when the students, it would just like click in their mind and like they would, like they could like complete the worksheet without asking a question or something. And so I'm actually excited for that, which is like very niche, but also I'm excited because sometimes like when I answer calls, and the patients, like we already have 2 other locations that are new, and so it's satisfying whenever you mention it and they're like, oh, that one's actually like 5 minutes away from me, and it wouldn't have been before, and so I'm excited to have more options for them too.
Yeah, be able to market it a little bit more too.
For me, I think the fun part is going to be getting new franchisees on board, and they see that there is a marketing team like this that has their back, can help them with all this stuff, can bounce ideas back and forth, can collect information, help them to reach out rather than just going at it alone. And I think that's one of the best things about franchise systems is it allows you to create something like this that can allow for somebody new to have an environment like this that is creative, responsive, adaptable, and it brings obviously laughs because when you don't know, you don't have to go through these challenges that we're going through. You've got somebody that has already done it with you. So albeit this was awkward, it was still funny and fun too because you don't know what's going to happen, and so it makes it all the more enjoyable, I guess, in the long run. And look, we didn't quit. We just kept pushing forward, even though I think one of us probably wanted to. And we can't raise our hands because because we have a AI-enabled camera that will move with us. So,
so if you see us just sitting still, that's why.
A lot of interesting components here.
Yeah. But so I guess this is more directed for you, Chris. What would you hope the franchise, like where would you want it to take you or us, for you and for the company, like in a year or two?
In a year or two, I think I'd like to have probably 10 locations, maybe 15 or 20 locations. You want to be slow and steady, even though it's meant to scale. You want to make sure that franchisees are prepared. Our staff, we're kind of already gearing up. We're promoting folks within so we can make sure that those franchisees that are brought on board are prepared to do a lot of business. And so good business, have a good, strong basics down, can do diagnostic, and just start cranking things out.
And hopefully we can get some more insurances too on board.
We're still working on United Healthcare. We'll probably be working on United Healthcare for the next decade.
No.
United Healthcare, if you want to...
If you're watching this...
Read my credentialing packet. I'll be greatly appreciated. But yeah, in the next year or so, hopefully we'll have added more support within the company. We will have hopefully expanded to a new location, a bigger location. We've like all but outgrown this location, so we hope to have more franchisees interacting with us, helping us to expand within the market and flourishing, hopefully.
But so more on to like a fun question. Well, if you could do, if we had anything, not that wasn't fun. I just mean like this is more imaginative. If we had unlimited budget or like unlimited time, if you could do something like crazy or fun for the business, what would you guys do? You have to think about it because I had to think about it before we started.
That's a tough one.
Wait, but
mine.
Sorry.
No, yeah.
You can go first.
Oh, well, mine's not crazy or mine's not like wild or fun, but like I would love to have like a big facility kind of And we would
Right.
do like mammograms or like the saline exams for like IVF, and have it like all in one.
Mhm.
Because I know like some, like when I've gone with like my mom to do like a mammogram or something for
Right.
her, they had like someone who reads it there, and they did the ultrasound and the mammogram in the same place. So she literally went. We were there for like 2 hours, and she got all the information that
Right.
whole time. Like by the time she left. So I think that would be
One
cool
stop.
to do. Yeah.
Right.
Wait, that's not like
Nothing.
I don't know. Nothing
crazy.
like funny.
No, it's.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
What about you, Nash?
Well, I was gonna say I did like how like Positive Fertility had that car that.
Oh,
so I was thinking, like,
With
what if
probe.
we had one? Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
With
An ultrasound car with a probe on top?
Yeah.
Driving around like. Can I
That
have-
would be cool.
Oh, the probe would actually, yeah. I
I'm
like
gonna
that.
be like, Chris, I need to run some marketing. ads."
Right? If I ever go pick up stuff from
Company
Walmart.
car.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think like, when it comes to like having like the budget I would say just a lot more like film equipment.
Oh
like,
yeah, like
just, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole like
right.
system for
Whole
the
a whole
podcast
space.
and everything. Like, because I know right now again we're starting off small, which is great, but just having like a whole studio just
Yeah,
for,
that
like,
would be cool.
Yeah.
And then I would say also more marketing stuff for like conventions, for business conventions and career
Right.
fairs.
Yeah.
And I what else?
Oh my gosh, we could build a school.
Oh no,
We could build like a training
we-
program or like a school for sonographers.
We get like a few
Honestly.
billboards,
right?
We get,
Because
like,
then
Yeah.
Shannon could do what she wanted, to teach, right?
She does that now.
She does. No, she does. She told me that like in the future she would like to still work but do more teaching too,
Right.
and so she could like be a professor at the
Yeah.
like
And
right.
you too.
We can-
And like if we did that, they could automatically transfer into like our, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. We're gonna do
I
it.
could try to be the cameraman because I know they do recordings for like teachings, like,
Right?
like lectures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really good.
And something I know you wanted to
A
do was have our
business.
own radiology group, right?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. If I had unlimited, I would probably have a shout out to Probo Medical. I got to see their filming department where they actually take pictures of all their equipment and stuff.
Mm.
I think it would be cool to have a film / podcast like room
Yes.
dedicated to that.
Yes.
Probo Medical has just that, where they make their videos and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool that they had that. It was separate from everything else. They could go in and get like specific videos done and just go back out of the room and have it just for that, so nothing was in the way. They didn't have to move anything. Maybe a separate marketing area for storage, for additional marketing pieces, stuff like that, to where we don't have to have it all on top of us at our smaller locations. But a bigger office like Positive IVF, I think their location was really pretty. Shout out to them as well, Dr. Arredondo. Their facilities here in Houston, the newest location, is really pretty. It's set up really well. It has an educational center at the back half of it. I think something like that for training franchisees would be outstanding, and that's something that we're thinking about doing as well. So in the grand scheme, we're hopefully going to be incorporating some of these actual thoughts and requests, even though they may not be official requests. We think about this as well. So
And if anyone listening has any ideas that they want to reach out to us about, we would love to hear from you guys. You can message us on Facebook or Instagram, or even we have you could call us, honestly. But wrapping up for today, this is our Ultrasound Unplugged podcast. We'll have a episode every week as of now.
Friday.
And on Fridays, it'll be Franchise Fridays. And if you're interested in our franchising, you can visit our website at ultrasound-services.com. We have a whole page about it, and you can read a little bit about us as a company. And you can listen to this on Spotify, and then or watch it on YouTube if you like.
Yes.
And thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us today. And this is my my sign off. If you guys want to say anything else.
No.
Okay.
No, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, does anybody know how to turn this off?
Okay.